Your name is? Hi, Caleb. Nice to have you here.
It's actually works.
I can't wait to see your efforts this week.
The intent of the first day really is to get to know everyone in Aviator, because the most important part of what Aviator does is that we culture a family.
Good morning. I am Bob Farewell, also known as Dad, father to Eric, or the OG.
My name is Ross Gasaway. Let's see, go through the list. I'm 53 years old now, just turned 53 not long ago. I live alone in my van right out here. I was the first van lifer for Aviator.
First, congratulations on stepping out, being adventurous, and living a dream. This is a scary thing inherently for most people to run into the sky, but you're out here doing it, and you chose the right way to do it.
Day one is intros, where we really get to meet them and understand their background, who they are as a person, and try and get a gauge on how we're going to interact with these people and who's going to be the best instructor for each student.
As soon as I saw what paramotoring and all was, I knew I wanted to do it right away.
Paramotoring is probably the perfect combination of cost, flexibility, and airtime. Because it was either this, start skydiving again, or get my pilot's license, and this is by far the best, most flexible way to get in the air from almost anywhere.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. Always need something to give me a little bit of a rush or a little test. If I'm not on the edge of something, I'm kind of bored.
I think it's probably day two where their impressions really start to live up to what they were expecting.
My dad's going up.
I think when you're here, you want to be able to see it in action. You also want to make sure that instructor who's telling you to step right, pull right, and giving you advice on how to fly, and giving you instruction and direction, and asking you to turn your brain off and just listen to us, there needs to be some faith. There needs to be some trust, and you have to be able to understand that instructor's got his shizzle in order.
I haven't slept more than about 4 hours a night the past 2 nights. So, a little bit nervous, but that's a good thing.
The very first thing that you learn is conversation on how it all works. You learn about the wing. You get to touch it, feel it, smell it. You learn about the harness. You learn about the motor. Then we take you out in the field and we teach you how to kite. We teach you the process of how to actually bring the wing up over your head. Because 90% of the problem of flying is taking off. Landing, you're definitely going to do that.
Control it with brake. Pull down like a piston. Not sideways, down like a piston. There you go. Touch collapse on you. As you start to feel weightlessness on it, add pressure. Run to me. Pressure both hands, pressure both hands. Now see my pressure, right there. Yeah! Remember to look at your wingtips occasionally. Get a feel, especially if it starts to collapse. Glance up there. Watch what's happening. Okay. Very nice, Chris. So as you're facing forward, look all the way on the horizon. Pick a point to climb to. That's the point right out there. See it? Yep. Now right there, it's getting light. Touch it. Watch the wind. Watch the wind. As it starts to get light, you feel the light here. Add brake pressure.
It's a challenge. You can't just assume it's easy. It's definitely takes a little bit of effort, but it's in your brain. Most of it you got to think it out, but once you figure it out, it becomes a little easier. Can't be more fun.
So the main simulator that we use for our first flight simulation is going to be just a paramotor strapped into a set of risers with some brake toggles attached to some bungee cords, and it's in basically a giant metal A-frame, right? It's almost a moving swing set with the paramotor. We kind of limit the pitch oscillation that's going to be created with using the power, but it's basically just there for us to simulate getting into our seat, so we can do that for the first time and practice that, and then running through our entire first flight.
So let's go ahead, if you will find your leg straps.
Yeah, that was the other thing we worked on.
Okay. We're not digging deep down in there for you. You've got to find them yourself, sir. I have one.
Clear prop. Clear prop. All right, now I'm going to tell you to increase the power until you feel yourself kind of go vertical and the swing set gets loose. That's about it, right? Not too bad. Let's try it one more time as smoothly as you can, all the way to full power at your pace. Nice and slow.
the crawl, walk, run into the air. It takes time to learn a process. You can't do it in an instant. You want to instill capacity into this guy. It's taking it step by step. And you want each one of those steps, which is very critical in the phases of flight, to learn those steps, get him down pat. So when he's actually taking a step into the air for the first time, it's a safe step.
We're going to practice those turns. We're also going to do a right-hand turn and see what your throttle management looks like also. The most important part of your hang trigger here is getting your hand used to the throttle positions, the percentages.
And we do things in a safe way. We don't rush. You move at your own pace, and every student has a different pace. Every person has a different pace. But the fact is that you have to take it a step at a time. So let's build the building block.
I want you sort of just to rock on your ball of your feet a little bit, but don't lean back, but just feel that, hey, at this power I can still
Lean
move.
backs is two phases. It's the first phase is just leaning up against a metal container, basically, holding ourselves and bracing ourselves so that we can feel the throttle, feel the different power zones. We call for different power zones as we're going through launching, so we'll add just a touch of power. That's just to get that clutch engaged and the prop spinning. Then we'll go into like a first 20 or 30% power, and that's so that we know where the RPMs are and what it feels like on our back when we're just trying to taxi. So lean backs is to where we can understand how far we can lean back safely and still trust the motor is going to keep us upright. It makes launching so much easier when you lean back properly.
We say, okay, hands off your throttle, that's what we mean. Palms all the way open, okay? Okay, so when you come up to full power, it's actually going to hit full power, but when you're actually coming up to full power, I want you to pull it all the way in. Okay. So when we say touch of power, you sort of go past that little bit, and you just feel the bite of the throttle. Getting into that pot, the quicker you can get into that committing power and leaning back, the quicker you're going to be in the air.
Play that wing, and I want you to come up to that 30% power, and I want you to be able to, as you come up, a nice slow walk, and as soon as you feel that power that you can trust leaning back into that motor a little bit.
We have 7,000 feet of spectral line that's spooled up in a big aluminum reel attached to a motor. And the intent of a tow is to be able to bring a student in the air with a harness and a wing and give them the opportunity to understand the lift concept, understand when to run, how to apply that lift, how to use those A's freely and appropriately, how to actually launch in the launch sequence, which is so important. So we get a good impression of what's going to happen on the tow. The student gets a real good idea on exactly how the process works from takeoff to land without this daunting motor on your back.
Pressure, all the way down, run it out. Beautiful job, turn and cut that wing. Very nicely done. Very good, man.
Felt awesome.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
That's right.
One blown launch, don't get inside my own head.
Yep.
Take a deep breath and do it again.
Looking good. Let's do a slow right-hand turn. So let's look right, a little bit less of a turn, a little bit less. Hold that position. Having fun? Nice.
You know, we get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, hurry up and get down to the training center. We can't wait to fly. We hang out with the guys all day long. We go do stuff together, and then we go to bed and get up and do it again. What better a good day than that?
Good job.
Whoa!
Nicely done.
That's why I'm here.
You got it.
Oh, man.
Good takeoff, good flight, good listening, and good landing. You waited for it.
Yeah.
It's a wing. It's got a lot of oomph there.
It's so funny how all these working parts all come together.
Yep.
When you put it all together.
Yep.
And it all works. It's great. Great. Loved it.
Be ready here.
As you guys can see, this is our deepest passion, the ability for us to share our love of flight with guys and girls just like you. Being able to stack things one piece on top of the other, so it's a step-by-step system, something we built over the last 8 years. It's truly an honor for us to be able to share our passion for flight, to be able to share the skies with each and every one of you. And if it's something that you think might be exciting for you, feel free to drop us a line, send us a message, write a comment down below, or just check out our website at aviatorparamotor.com. We're booking classes through 2021 as we speak at all of our locations. And as we grow, we have more and more great people set up and ready to teach you how to fly. We hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.